Hello, today is Monday, October 10th, 2023. In this TED Talk, Ian Bremmer discusses the Israel-Hamas war and its implications for the world. He provides a historical context for the conflict and explains the dynamics between Israel, Palestine, and Hamas. So let's get started. Overview. In this TED Talk, Ian Bremmer discusses the Israel-Hamas war and its implications for the world. He provides a historical context for the conflict and explains the dynamics between Israel, Palestine, and Hamas. Bremmer also delves into the geopolitical implications of the war and the role of Iran in the situation. He highlights the challenges of navigating the media coverage and emphasizes the importance of finding reliable sources of information. Bremmer concludes by discussing the potential outcomes to watch for, including the involvement of Hezbollah and the formation of a unified national emergency government in Israel. Chapters 1, Introduction and Historical Context. Bremmer introduces the topic and provides a brief historical context for the Israel-Hamas conflict. He describes the current situation in Gaza and the West Bank and explains the concept of a two-state solution. 2. The shifting geopolitical landscape. Bremmer discusses the changing geopolitical landscape in the Middle East and the impact it has had on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He mentions the Abraham Accords and the increasing normalization of relations between Israel and other Arab countries. 3. Challenges and priorities for Israel. Bremmer explores the challenges and priorities facing Israel in the wake of the Hamas attacks. He discusses the failure of intelligence and defense systems and the potential consequences for Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli government. 4. The role of Iran. Bremmer addresses the role of Iran in the conflict and the potential involvement of Hezbollah. He discusses the level of Iranian support for Hamas and the implications for the broader region. 5. The human cost and moderate voices. Bremmer highlights the human cost of the conflict and the suffering of both Israelis and Palestinians. He discusses the ability of Hamas to hijack the political spectrum and the need for moderate voices to step up and promote peace. 6. Media coverage and social media. Bremmer reflects on the challenges of media coverage and the spread of disinformation on social media platforms. He emphasizes the importance of distinguishing reliable sources and being cautious of polarized narratives. 7. What to watch for. Bremmer identifies key developments to watch for, including the situation in Lebanon and the actions of Hezbollah. He also discusses the potential formation of a unified national emergency government in Israel. 8. Final thoughts and observations. Bremmer concludes by reflecting on the overall tone of the talk and the impact it may have on listeners. He emphasizes the need for diplomacy and de-escalation in the Israel-Hamas conflict. Insights. The Israel-Hamas conflict has deep historical and geopolitical roots that have evolved over time. The changing geopolitical landscape in the Middle East, including the normalization of relations between Israel and Arab countries, has weakened the Palestinian cause. The Hamas attacks have had a significant impact on the Israeli consciousness, leading to a focus on immediate priorities such as the release of hostages and ensuring national security. The role of Iran in the conflict is complex, and while there is support for Hamas, direct Iranian orchestration of the attacks is not confirmed. Hamas aims to radicalize the Palestinian population, undermine the Palestinian Authority, and incite anger against Israel to gain support for their cause. Social media platforms play a significant role in shaping public opinion and disseminating information, but they also contribute to polarization and the spread of disinformation. The situation in Lebanon and the actions of Hezbollah are potential triggers for further escalation and broader regional conflict. The formation of a unified national emergency government in Israel could provide stability and a more constructive path forward. Final thoughts and observations. Ian Bremmer provides a comprehensive analysis of the Israel-Hamas conflict, highlighting the complex historical, geopolitical, and humanitarian aspects of the situation. His talk sheds light on the challenges faced by both Israelis and Palestinians and emphasizes the need for diplomacy and moderation to achieve a sustainable solution. The talk serves as a valuable resource for understanding the underlying dynamics of the conflict and the potential consequences of ongoing hostilities. Keywords: Israel-Hamas, war, the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Sunni Islamic fundamentalist organization, Hamas. Geopolitical landscape, the political and strategic interactions between nations and groups in a specific geographic region. Two-state solution, the proposed solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, involving the establishment of separate Israeli and Palestinian states. Abraham Accords, the agreement signed between Israel and several Arab countries, including the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Morocco, to normalize diplomatic relations. Hezbollah, a Lebanese Shia Islamist political party and militant group that is supported by Iran and has engaged in conflicts with Israel. Disinformation, false or misleading information that is spread deliberately to deceive or manipulate public opinion. Polarization, the division of a group or society into opposing factions or groups with strongly contrasting viewpoints. Hostages, individuals who are held captive by a group or organization, often for political or ransom purposes. National emergency government, a temporary government formed during times of crisis or emergency.